Ambassador, I want to also put forward that question to you, that how can we convince the Pakistan that the current government in
Well, the gentlemen who are sitting in the panel there, they understand fully that Afghanistan will never be able to pose conventional threat against security of Pakistan or against the defense establishment of Pakistan. It is the sentiment of 80s, it is the Zia-ul-Haq syndrome which has gripped Pakistan, and they are not giving it up. They consider us as their natural sphere of influence.
I think we need to go back to the point that Mr. Khattak made a little while ago. I don't agree with him more. We need to look to the future. We need to look at our options as to how to address our current miserable situation on both sides. I will basically suggest the following. Number one, the leadership, state leaderships in the two countries will have to come together and have a heart-to-heart discussion about mutual concerns and mutual expectations. These concerns and expectations will have to be addressed. Number two, we would like to make peace with Afghans who would like to respect our constitution and would like to join the political process based on Afghan aspirations for peace, democracy, and rule of law. Now, in this process, Pakistan has an important role, and we expect Pakistan to deliver on that role. Number three, the people-to-people connection is more important than the politicians are actually at this point acknowledging. I would very much welcome the kind of initiative that we have today between Afghan people and Pakistani people. Let's move beyond this blame game. Let's, for the sake of our children and the future of our two nations, let's deal with the hard issues. I don't see any structural problem that would prevent us. I see obviously policies that are wrongly perceived and formulated. Let's work together in the best interest of our two nations. This is possible.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Atmar. And now we want to take two questions. Mr. Javed Samit and Ali Abdullah.
2 months ago, I was in Karachi, and when I was there, I felt so unsecured more than here. It's not that there is a political war continuing in Pakistan also. The situation, the security is also not good in Pakistan. Likewise in Afghanistan too. There are many terrorist attacks here and also terrorist attacks in Pakistan. And we should take some actions to stop these attacks. And if we don't get into a point, a third power and other powers will also be created or will use the situation and take benefit from there, and it will destroy both countries.
My question refers to Haji Saib Adil. Saib, you earlier mentioned that Pakistan made mistakes in the past. We do agree that Pakistan government made some serious mistakes. Are there any steps taken to prove that they are avoiding to repeat the mistakes to deal with Afghanistan in the past? If you refer to releasing Taliban, the decisions almost change within days. Once they say, okay, we are releasing some Taliban prisoners, and then they stop that, and then again they say something. Now the visit of the foreign minister of Pakistan to Qatar, it's not totally obvious what's going on. What's Pakistan actually doing?
Thank you. And then Mr. Farhad Khurami.
Greeting from Afghan youth generation to my Pakistani friends. What can we do to start a new season for the relation of Afghanistan and Pakistan and make a good relation with Kabul and Islamabad?
Yeah. Thank you. And Manisha, now over to you.
All right, Mujahid, that's a lot of questions, but basically it seems that the youth on the Afghan sides wants to move forward from the blame game, but Asad Durrani Saab, at the same time, in order to move forward, we will have to address the blame game. So one of the questions that comes to you, and then I'll move on to Haji Adil Saab. As Mr. Saleh said, that the Taliban threat, and he says that they are strategically supported by Pakistan. That's a very big accusation that comes from Afghanistan. How do we address it?
If we are talking about the support given by Pakistan, I asked this question, I can reverse it, and I said, if these non-state actors, the ragtag militias, supported somewhere, discreetly, half-heartedly, reluctantly by a very weak state called Pakistan, some people call it failing state, if they can overcome the so-called Afghan recognized government, the Afghan National Army, supported by the mightiest alliance in the world, in 10 years, if we have brought them to that state, who do we deal with? Who do we consider as the genuine representatives of Afghanistan?
They say the Afghan government.
No, the Afghan government may be there, in form it is there, and we recognize it. But if the Afghan government is in such a state that it cannot control 90% of Afghanistan, during night it cannot control, I suppose, 95% of it. If it is in a state in which it is desperately reaching out to the non-state actors, please come and talk to us. If that be the state, then for Pakistan, realistically, all of them become very important factors. I just feel amused when they say, we will only talk to them when they accept our constitution, lay down the arms. You're trying to dictate terms to a side which is looking much better, which is actually in the driving seat.